Welcome to part 2 of our Week 6 picks. And
Part two.
we're going to get right into it because my partner in crime here, Mr. Dion Johnson, has a lot to say about this game. We're going to get more than a pick out of him from this one. Dallas at New England. The floor is yours, Dion Johnson. Move out of the way here for you.
All right.
Go ahead, get the middle of the screen.
I'm gonna bring this. Come a little closer. Just like Dion said. Come just a little closer. Let me explain something to you. This is the New England Patriots, the last team to win back-to-back Super Bowls in the decades from 2000 to 2010. Then we have the Dallas Cowboys. Tony Romo. Try not to laugh here, people. Keep a straight face. New England Patriots will destroy the Dallas Cowboys. Destroy the Dallas Cowboys.
Tony, oh no.
Tony, I don't believe in you. I never will. I never have. You will falter. You will throw picks. You will do amazingly stupid things. And you'll probably be thinking about your hot girlfriend before you think about completing that pass. Des Bryant, Miles Austin, Felix Jones, the rest of the Cowboys team, I feel sorry that you have this guy leading you. I apologize for him sucking up so much of your time, Jerry Jones. I'm sorry that he took all of your money. And I'm sorry that you're paying this guy. Draft the quarterback next year. If you're smart, you'll lose out. Go on getting that Andrew Luck sweepstakes and hope that the Colts start winning, because if he sits behind Peyton Manning, he's going to become an ultimate beast. But, Mr. Romo, you will lose because you suck and you are that bad. New England is my pick. They will kill you. They will beast it out. Wes Welker will catch the ball and he will run everywhere. There is nothing you can do to stop that. Watch out for the law firm. Now, my partner will take over as I laugh my ass off. Oh, boy.
Okay.
He's going to roll with New England. I know he is. If he picks the Cowboys, I'm stopping the show.
Well, my pick
He's going to pick the Cowboys because...
You know, I love it. I love it in North Texas. But I got to roll with the New England Patriots. Yeah. Next game we're going to talk about is that other NFC South matchup you mentioned earlier, New Orleans and the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Well, the Bucks came off a just beat down from the San Francisco 49ers. Josh Freeman was sacked 3 times. Garrett Blunt didn't run anything. Nobody caught the ball. Nobody did nothing. The kicker had a good game because he kicked the field goal. So, if he was your fantasy kicker, then he got you 3 points. But they didn't do anything last week. They better pick it up this week playing against the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are going to air it out like they usually do. I guarantee you that. Drew Brees is going to throw that ball all over the place. That defensive backfield over in Tampa Bay better be ready for that. They're probably going to try to run the ball just a little bit more with Mark Ingram and Pierre Thomas, but I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints.
Same pick here, New Orleans. Drew Brees is going to air that ball out. Pierre Thomas is going to run, and with the schedule that Tampa Bay has, just like Atlanta, that NFC just south all the way around has a tough schedule. I think Tampa Bay, like Atlanta, begins their fallout of the NFC wildcard race this week. So the next game we're going to talk about, Sunday Night Football, NBC. Join the guys for Football Night in America before the game. The game itself is Minnesota at Chicago.
Well, here's some keys to this game. Chicago, stop Adrian Peterson. That's all you got to do. Stop AP. Don't worry about those receivers over there in Minnesota. The only receiver you need to worry about is Percy Hartman. Stop AP. You stop the Vikings, and you stop them from beating you. On the other side of the ball, for the Vikings on defense, that Rhinestone Cowboy is going to have a field day. He is salivating, and he's going to try to feast on Jay Cutler's defenseless O-line and go nuts all day long. And I'm going to have to say that my pick will be the Chicago Bears. Even though they lost last week, Jay Cutler made something out of nothing with that O-line. I see them winning this game, not convincingly and running away with it, but they're going to be a little bit better than they were last week.
O-line against Rhinestone Cowboy. I don't see it working out. You make stopping Adrian Peterson, you make it sound easy.
It's not, but I mean, that's what you have to do.
I give the slight edge to the Chicago Bears fans more than I give the slight edge to the Chicago Bears. They'll have the 12th man out there working for them, and that is what will give, in the end, Chicago the victory.
Okay.
So my pick being the Chicago Bears, in case you missed it. Monday Night Football, Miami and the Jets.
Well, I'm going to have to go ahead and roll with the New York Jets. I'm going to say that they rebound from that loss last week to the Patriots, and I'm going to have to go ahead and say that they take this one and they win. If they get smart, they'll run the ball a little bit more. Try to get back to that smash mouth football that they're known for. Stop putting all the pressure on Mark Sanchez and throw the ball a lot and get in there and take that win from the Dolphins. The Dolphins just don't look good at all. They went and signed Matt Moore after he got dropped by the Tampa Bay Rays after playing, starting for them in their playoff game. And, I mean, I just don't see the Dolphins winning anything. And I'm sorry, Tony Sperano, but you'll probably go back to being a coordinator because you'll probably be fired at the end of the season. They're going to have to draft a quarterback, and they're probably going to revamp that staff. So, Tony Ferrano, I like you. You're a good guy, and you'd probably be a good coach with a better team, but the Dolphins just don't have it.
And my pick, of course, quite obvious. They've been on a 3-game slide. That's going to end because they're playing a team that's playing worse than them right now in the Miami Dolphins. My pick is the New York Jets. Okay, so we've got 6 teams on a bye. I've got my analyst sitting here next to me. I'm going to use them while I got them. So the first team on a bye is the Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos this week, all you need to do is focus on how you are going to use Tim Tebow as your starter in the NFL offense. Tim Tebow is actually a really good guy. He's a really good quarterback. He's a leader, and he's a winner. So you have to put packages in that are going to complement his skill set. You're going to have to give Tim Tebow something to work on and an edge in this game. Tim Tebow will be able to throw the ball. I could care less what you people say about the man's throwing motion. He gets the ball out. If you watch the game, at the end of the game last week, Tim Tebow ran from everybody. That whole defense was there. And then there was a pass interference in the end zone that should have bought them more time to give them a chance to win the game, but it wasn't called. But this week, strictly for the Denver Broncos, it's working, getting that defense a little bit better, continuing to work with them, and having everybody step their game up, letting Von Miller be the beast that he is. And I'm going to have to say that, strictly focus on how to make this offense fit Tim Tebow's skill set so that you guys can win. He will lead you to victory. When you climb the top of the mountain, he will be right there telling you that I could not have done it without you. Tim Tebow is a team player. Always has been, always will be. Since his days in Florida and probably since his days from the day he came out. He probably got brought into this world and high-fived the doctors and the nurses that were in there bringing him into this world, telling them, great, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. And they looked at his mother and kissed her on the cheek and told her, I love you, Mom. So I'm going to say that the focus for this week for them is getting Tim Tebow ready for this next game.
Tennessee Titans.
Work on Chris Johnson. Figure out how to run the ball better. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to worry about passing the ball. Matthew Hasselbeck's doing that perfectly fine. He is okay. Work on your defense. Get everybody together. Keep everything going. Cortland Finnegan, you still got a boxing match later this year with Andre Johnson. I don't think he's going to let a hamstring stop him from punching you in the mouth for real. So you might want to step your game up in your boxing, while you're in your off week. Take a day or two, go get in that gym and work on your sparring, get a little jab, a little hook in there. But yeah, just work on CJ2K. That's all you got to do because you got to get him running. And I'm sorry, oops, I mean Chris Johnson. I didn't mean to put 2K on there because you don't deserve that kind of talk.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Work on everything. Work
all three
on
facets.
all three facets of the game. Work on your defense, your special teams. Work on your offense. Work. You guys shouldn't even take a day off this week. Work hard and continue to try to get better. Everybody else is off except for the Oakland Raiders. So that's the only team you're going to have to worry about gaining ground on you right now. You're going to have to worry about the Chargers because they're leading the AFC West right now. But work on all facets of the game, baby. Try to get that running game going. Thomas Jones is a great back, and I see Dexter McCluster as a very, very big weapon. And Debo, keep doing your thing, baby.
You mentioned the Chargers. They're on a bye as well. Talk about them.
Chargers, keep doing what you're doing, baby. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep practicing. Keep getting better at the little things, and make sure you work on all the intangibles. Phillip Rivers, I love you. One of the most underrated quarterbacks in the game. I believe you are in the top 5. And I will always sing your praises because no matter what, every year you bring it, baby.
As we sit about 45 minutes from the University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, only about 60 miles away, what do you think the Arizona Cardinals need to work on this
They need
week?
to figure out how to get Larry the ball. I'm sorry, Early Doucette is not your number 1 receiver. Larry Fitzgerald is. He is too good of a wide receiver for you guys to have him sitting there and not catching the ball. Figure out what to do with Kevin Cobb and how to get him to pass that ball better. Continue to work on that. You don't have to work on your running game because Beanie Wells is running over anything that comes in his way. He was a beast when he came out of the draft. He didn't look so good his first year, but now that he's not splitting time with anybody, he's taking over and he's running everything that he needs to run. Continue to work with your DBs on the little things and the intangibles there. The defense looks pretty good. It's not that bad. DBs just got to get better. Patrick Peterson's a rookie, so rookie mistakes are expected, but I believe that everything's going to be okay.
Now I have a challenge for you, Mr. Dion. You are a great analyst, and I love what you bring to the table. But what do the Seattle Seahawks need to work on? And I'm asking you this with a serious face.
And I'm going to tell you guys this with a serious face. Seattle Seahawks need to work on everything. Marshawn Lynch has been running the ball pretty well, but they just have a lot of problems. Tavares Jackson went out last week with an injury, and Charlie Whitehurst came into the game and played pretty well. But, you got Baldwin coming on strong as a young receiver, but there's just something about Seattle that doesn't add up to me. They're missing something. And they're about to trade Aaron Curry, their first-round pick of a few years ago, away to who are they going to trade him to? Oakland. So you're going to trade him to the AFC and get him out of your hair because he didn't pan out the way you thought he would. There's a lot of things you got to work on over there. You trade away Aaron Curry, your first-round pick of a few years ago, so you don't have him. You pick up Kentwan Balmer a few years ago from the 49ers. He's done nothing for you. And you let go of Love with the Tupu, who was the only focal point on your defense. Now all you have is Earl Thomas. I don't know anybody else on that defense. You had Julian Peterson. You let him go, obviously, because he ain't on your squad. So you have Earl Thomas. A lot of work. A lot of work on that defensive side of the ball. A lot of work to do. You guys got to you guys are going to have to draft like crazy next year. And it's going to be strictly O-line, DBs, and your linebackers. You got to get them better. Got to get some young, fresh meat in there and get some guys in there that want to play. And Pete Carroll, you got your work cut out for you, man. You worked in the college ranks before, so you know a lot of players and you know a lot of guys, so you know who can bring what for you. And I'm pretty sure you'll draft a few USC players here and there, but I'm going to tell you right now, you have to shore up your defense. You got to keep your O-line right, and you got to keep those guys upright, okay? There is nothing else for you guys to do. Seattle will probably finish the bottom of this division along with the St. Louis Rams. And I have nothing further to say. This has been the Sports Repo for Josh Shears. I'm Deion Johnson.
I'm tired. It's 3:15. A lot of work. Week 5 picks and the week 5 wrap up and the week 6 picks. Thanks for joining us. Watch the games, enjoy them. We'll see you next week.
We're out.
Out.